Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of turning our starter home into our forever home. In today's video, we are going to continue working on our pool deck. This project has been one of the most, I would say, time-consuming, a little bit more laborious jobs that we've done in a long time, other than the new addition build. This is one of those big projects that we started that we were like, oh yeah, we got this. And then you get started and you're like, wow, this is actually harder than it looks, especially when you don't have experience. But look, we are DIY Dylan and DIY Carrie over here, okay? We will figure it out. We always do. And yeah, we are almost done. By the end of this video, you are going to get to see it almost complete. There's a lot of finishing touches that need to be done still, but you will get the idea. You know what I mean? So really excited to share this video with you guys. I hope you enjoy. Let's dive right in. All right, so I believe this is part 3 of this project series. If you want to check out part 1 and part 2, I will link them down below. But basically we finished up all the frame out for the lower deck at this point. So now this part is really ready for deck boards once he gets this post cut down. And then the last thing we need to do for the back end of the upper deck is frame out the back side. And that didn't take us long at all because once you get in your rhythm, it goes smoothly. I honestly feel like projects like this are more intimidating just getting started, but once you get going, you just kind of figure it out as you go. You'd be surprised what you're capable of. Just got my paper, my pen. We're gonna write down some measurements so it's easier whenever you're cutting. You can just knock out a bunch of cuts at once instead of like going back and forth. So back wall here, what you got? 90 1/4. That's right. You do as you're told.
Try most days.
What? What'd you say?
I try most days.
Oh.
You want to grab that side of it?
Sure.
What was your measurement?
90 inches. And we need to try to cut off this, I guess.
Where's your pencil?
I don't have a pencil, I have a pen.
Where?
See, squares right down there. Keep that. Huh?
Should have got it.
You know what?
Square.
That way. You're gonna measure from there and cut off this side.
Yeah, that don't look too
It's a little...
That don't look healthy, does it? It's not a healthy board. It's okay, we'll use it. 90?
Yep. Nope. There's a plastic thing in the way. It's fine. It's fine. I'll move it out of the way. It's still... You just put it right back in the way again. Golly! Oh my goodness.
What do you want?
Perfect. I'm gonna look on the other side though. Oh, I'm getting burnt. I don't have a hat because not to choose my hat.
Now you just kind of hold it and down a little bit and to me and you put the cord in. There you go.
Oh my gosh, if they were smell-o-vision, you know, because that, oh my gosh, it smells so good. You have no idea, I'm about to tear this up. Okay.
45 3/4.
Are you being a supervisor? Are you sleeping on the job, ma'am? I'm gonna have to call HR. Excuse me. You can't be sleeping on the job. You better get up and go work. They love the concrete. You always come out here and lay down. It's nice and warm. Huh. Now, jumping back into work, we're going to finish out this last little frame for the upper deck, and then we are going to be able to move on to cutting the rest of those 4x4 posts down, and then we can start getting on with the deck boards, which actually like starts to pull the project together and starts to get exciting. You know, when you can actually walk on the pool deck and it like look and actually see it come together, oh my gosh, how rewarding. But one of the reasons why we ended up kind of jumping from section to section and little things was because of running out of wood. So once again, going back to a learning curve, you really do have to learn as you go. And if you're not familiar with calculating the amount of wood or measuring out things, we go into it with, I would rather like have to just order a couple more pieces of wood or go pick up some wood than order too much and have to go back and return it. Because I am not returning anything. I hate returning things. Why am I like this? I feel like I'm under, I don't know why, but I feel like every store makes you feel like a criminal when you try to return something. They're like, what's wrong with it? Why don't you want it? And then they're like inspecting it like you did something wrong to it. I don't like it. I don't like that pressure. So I am very much, let's just order piece by piece. If we need more, we'll order more. And that's kind of how we did this. So there was a couple moments we ran out of wood and we had to wait and get more. And that was why we ended up having to wait to finish off this one side with the 2x8x10 boards. Now, I did want to say, a lot of people don't use 2x8 boards. A lot of people just use 2x6s to frame out a deck, but we wanted to make it like extra secure and sturdy. We get a lot of rain here in Florida, especially in the summertime, and the heat is brutal. I wanted to use the thicker boards for the outer frame just to make sure that we have no issues with like the structure, you know, caving or dipping or anything like that. I want it to be like solid. So we used the thicker boards. It did cost us a little bit more money, but I think overall it was worth it. I mean, if you're going to spend the kind of money anyway on something like this, you might as well do it right. Every time we cook, I forget to show the aftermath, you know, the after or whatever, the final meal. Final product, that's, yep, exactly. And I always talk about these pork steaks being like super good. A lot of people don't know about them and they're so cheap. And they really are the best. All right, huge progress was made on our pool deck. We got the top layer done. Now we just need to do our stairs, all the deck boards. Obviously all these are going to be cut down too. We just kind of like ran out of time last night. But I can't wait to get all the deck boards on. As you can see, yesterday we started laying some up here just to kind of get an idea. And we are like not sure. So some videos say not to put a space in between and some say to put a space in between. Dylan thinks that we shouldn't because eventually the boards will start to shrink like over time, even like with sealing them. So they will eventually create its own little gap. We'll see. I don't know if we're going to do that or not, but we'll figure it out. Once this is done though and we get the railing up, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But anyway, I need to stir her up. I got my big utility broom here and I just kind of scrape the bottom. It actually looks really good today. It looks better than it did yesterday. But you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but over here in this corner, there's a lot of algae buildup. So I'm going to scrape it and take a sample and see what they say. But look, this is where the pool deck is going to be. How exciting. And then we can like sit here and like put our feet in the pool and stuff. Like, just imagine. Just sitting up here, enjoying your coffee in the morning, put your feet in the water. I'm so dumb, but it's gonna be great. I can't wait. Hey guys, so today's a brand new day. I actually just took a pool sample out of the pool. We're gonna take this to the pool store and test our water because I am struggling a little bit with some algae that's been left over. I just can't seem to get it out, so I'm just gonna take it to the pool store, see what they say. I also have to run a couple more errands. I need to go by Lowe's to grab some more materials. We're out of screws. We used them all up yesterday. We need to get some tarp to lay down to keep the grass from growing, some weed grass killer, and then I need a ruler of some sort. Also something that's gonna help us get a curve for the pool, like around the pool. I think I'm gonna use a piece of trim, like PVC trim that like curves well. I think it'll be the easiest way. We'll just pop like a finishing nail into it to keep it in place, draw a line, and then that's how we'll get our curve for around the pool. I think that's gonna be the easiest way. So I'm gonna do that. There was something else I was supposed to get and I can't remember, but I have a list. So I'm gonna bring you guys along. We're gonna go run some errands. I do need to run by the Walmart as well. Actually, I might not have to. Look in there and see if there's ground beef in there, guys. Like a package, nope, not in the fridge, honey, the freezer. Daddy wants hamburger helper tonight for dinner, so. Got hamburger helper here.
Is that ground beef? Yeah.
Ground beef, yeah.
One thing.
Perfect, put that in the sink. We don't even need, it needs to be unthawed. Perfect, so we're gonna have hamburger helper for dinner to keep it nice and easy. I'm just gonna have leftover salad for me because I might have it with my salad too. Okay, because I can't eat no hamburger helper. I don't like it. Okay, you hold that so we don't forget that. I don't like it, baby.
I'm not a fan.
And the reason why we were giggling is because I had to take my gum out to talk. My favorite place to shop. Lowe's.
I thought Walmart was a place.
No, Lowe's is hands down Mommy's favorite store of all time. I always come here.
Why?
Because they have all the best stuff. I mean, look at all these lawnmowers to choose from. You know what I mean? I think that'll work. They have on clearance. I like paint. The exciting part is about to start happening. We're gonna start laying down the deck boards. Now, this part was definitely one of those things where we just were trying to wing it and figure out what was the best way to do this. We tried a couple different methods and we ended up finding out that laying them out, marking them with a pencil, and individually cutting them with the chop saw was the way to go versus the way we tried the first time. You'll see that in a couple minutes. We tried to screw a couple in and then go down with the saw, the skill saw, and chop them off, but it kept hitting the side of the deck, which was not ideal. It didn't look great. Granted, all that will be covered eventually, so it's fine, but I still wanted it to like not look bad, you know what I mean? I'm not like super picky or anything like that, but when it came to this project, for some reason I was feeling like a little bit more like OCD with it. I wanted it to look as perfect as possible. I don't know why, because I'm not like that with most projects, but I think it came down to the fact that I knew that once we built this pool deck, it's here to stay. So it needs to look beautiful because y'all already know I have this love-hate relationship with pools over the summer and the winter and fall and stuff. And if I'm going to build a pool deck, I need it to look incredible to make sure that I keep my pool up all year. Like that's honest to God truth. Like that's truly how I felt. If I'm going to do this, it's got to look amazing. It's got to be worth dealing with the hassle of having a pool up all year round. So yeah, that's the truth behind it. But this was the first method that we did where we laid the deck boards down and then Dylan went in with the skill saw and tried to chop these off. The problem here was that the boards were not even. You can see he accidentally was hitting the edge. Not ideal. Although that will be covered, I still didn't like it. So I was like, no, we need to go back to the drawing board and figure out a different method. So then we did lay the boards out, mark them, and cut them individually, which although that seems like more work, it ended up working out a lot better and we were able to get the boards much more even. And in the end, the result looked a lot better. Knocked a Rooney. Him in the water? Oh my God, why? He's good.
Yeah, if he's in his pool, he's good. And a fan, he can get in front.
He's not even painting or nothing anymore. He's, oh, I thought I saw something. Got it. Oh, no, I think I heard something. Mama, my water's leaking out. What is that? Oh. Where's my tadpoles?
That shit was hilarious.
Oh my golly.
Oh, he ain't come over.
Oh. Well, don't fall backwards, crazy. That smells something yummy. Oh, he's looking at you.
I know, he said you go back.
I think him tired. Him ready for a nap.
Oh, he go back.
Him love him daddy. I did skip the part where we cut down all the wood with the chop saw, and so that was actually a break that we took whenever Knox got in the pool. We both took a little break because it was a ton of work. But you can see now everything has been cut on as far as the side goes where I'm standing, and now I'm just holding the level up in place just to make sure that all the wood is in a straight line, and Dylan goes through with the screws and adds 2 in each board straight down the middle just to hold the deck boards in place. This was a little bit of work too because we have to kind of wiggle them around and squeeze them together to make sure they're all in line and straight, but we got it done pretty quickly. And yeah, this was the easiest part of the project, doing the deck boards. The drama. I felt like, I honestly, have you ever been hit with something or something, you trip and fall and you're not sure if you hurt yourself because your adrenaline's pumping, you're am I hurt? You're kind of looking at yourself. That's how that felt, because it scared me more than anything because it was loud when it hit my hat, and I thought I don't know what I thought. I thought it took my eye out or something, but it didn't. I was fine. So moving on, we finished up the upper deck, now working on the lower deck. Dylan is going in and adding some bracing underneath just so that way if there is any drooping, it won't droop because it will be sitting on bricks and another 4x4 post. So all the 4x4 posts that he cut down, we use those under. That's where he's adding just random 4x4s underneath just to make sure that there's extra support there. I don't think it was really necessary just because, like I said, we used the 2x8x10s. I think it was pretty solid, but we just went the extra mile because we had the extra wood. Now, Dylan and I finished up working this day, just did what we could before, we were both just completely wore out, to be honest, and we just called it quits for the night. But your girl, me by myself, is going to work on the deck, and I'm going to show you guys that y'all can do it too. Now, I am going to be 100% real with you. There are times where projects like this, I do wait on my husband to help me, not because I need necessarily his help, but I want his help. I enjoy working on projects with him like this. These are a little bit more laborious jobs. However, whenever I get out here and I put my mind to something and I have that I can do it attitude, I can do anything. I'm truly unstoppable, and I ended up doing most of this lower deck today. So yeah, we're gonna get into that footage right here. What I was doing before I got started was going in and just making sure every one of these boards were nice and secure. There was a couple that we noticed that could have used a couple more screws, so I went in and just kind of felt them with my foot. You can see here, just making sure they're all solid, and adding any that I felt might need an extra or two. So I did that first before I got started with cutting down all the deck boards and getting those in place. Now, we did the same method that we did for the upper deck for the lower deck boards. Well, I laid them out. I kind of get an idea of where it needs to go. I do 4 to 5 boards at a time, and I mark them with a pencil, and I also label them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that way I know where they're going to go after they're cut. This is super easy. This part was, honestly, the easiest it could have ever been. It's just a matter of laying the boards down, marking them with a pencil, and taking them to the chop saw and cutting them, and then putting them back in place. That's it. Now, our design's a little different because we are going to be adding a shelf around the side of the pool. So as I am cutting the deck boards, I'm also kind of rounding them and cutting angles to make sure that whenever I do add the shelf for the side of the pool, that you can't see the end of the deck, but I also didn't want to waste any wood, so it had to be right on the edge. It's kind of hard to explain, but you'll see once I get going what I mean. I'm cutting the angles and making sure that it looks nice. Also, I did this because I wanted to make sure that if down the line, if we ever decided to remove the shelf that we're going to build around the edge of the pool, the actual deck itself is nice. It's not ugly, you know what I mean, underneath the wood. At the end of the day, it didn't really matter how the ends looked because they are going to be covered essentially, but I know what it's going to look like, so I wanted it to be perfect. you can kind of get the idea of the like angles and stuff that I'm cutting and cutting around these posts and everything. I did also just want to mention the grass that you can see growing up. Don't worry, it's all going to be dead soon. We did spray it down with some grass killer. It just takes a little bit of time for it to, you know, soak in and work. But yeah, there won't be grass growing in. I can assure you that. I just wanted to point that out because I know someone's going to be like, you didn't even get rid of the grass. We did. We at least try our best. It's Florida. We're probably going to have some grass grow up at some point, but it's fine. We'll kill it with some grass and weed killer. But now I even have my little mini-me helping me out here. She really wanted to jump in and help, which I really appreciated. It helped so much. I would like cut the boards and she would carry them over and vice versa. Well, she didn't cut the boards, but we just kind of worked together. She helped me a lot with the camera, which I really appreciated. So we got that part done. We finished almost that entire section. And then when my husband got home, we jumped into the projects that I needed his help with. So you'll see what I mean, how we were jumping back and forth. And yes, at this point, the pool is drained. I'll explain towards the end of the video why we ended up having to do that. So he's going in and cutting the curve that we made. We used a piece of like PVC trim because it rounds real easy, and we just kind of held it in place and marked it with a pencil. And he went around and worked on that. And then we're also going to work on the stairs because, once again, this is something that I feel like takes two. And then the rest of the deck on that far end. So we actually went and bought more. Here's the thing. We ran out of wood again. I had to go get some more deck boards. But then we realized that we needed deck boards for the stairs. Like, we didn't account for the stairs. Oh my gosh. Oh man. So then we had to go and use the deck boards that I bought for the actual deck for the stairs. And now I have to go get 12 more boards to finish the deck. But after that, we should be done with having to go back to Lowe's because we have plenty of wood now. I think we're completely finished except for whatever we decide to do on the side of the pool deck. But I'm not sure what we're going to do yet to close on the side. I personally want to do like vertical boards just because I feel like overall that looks the best. However, I don't really know exactly what we've decided to do yet. It depends on cost and just what we feel like is the most like functional too. So at the end of the day, we'll figure it out. I'll share that when that time comes. But this part we were trying to figure out this is so hard. If you ever have to install stairs, I'll pray for you. It is such a pain in the butt. Getting them completely level, it's so important. Like, you cannot mess this up because this is like a tripping hazard if you mess this up. So that was like a little scary for me. I was like, I do not want, especially going up and down off of a pool that's going to be wet. No, this has got to be absolutely perfect. So it was a little bit more intimidating. I'm very happy that he helped me with this project because I don't think I would have been able to get it as even and perfect as he did. So he just has the patience of a saint, and I so appreciate that because I do not. I was like, just screw it in. I'm just kidding. I don't talk like that. Well, sometimes I do. But anyway, I will say buying these stair hangers was the way to go. Originally, we were going to take one of these to a 2x10 board and trace it out and then cut them ourselves. I'm so glad we didn't because this is so important to have this perfect. Who knew that stairs could be so tricky? Who knew? But they were. Also, after we got all this, y'all, we got them all in place and then realized that we forgot to put the bracket on the deck on the bottom first. You're supposed to put this bracket on first and then attach the other side, but we did it backwards, so we had to take them all off and start over. Oh my gosh, it was so annoying, but hey, that's part of it.
Don't wanna stop, we'll keep it going. call me up, say anything and I'm done. We're just like a fire, and we'll just pick it up, don't wanna stop. We'll keep it going all night, yeah, yeah. 'Cause I want to dance in the rain, yeah. I'm tripping on a feeling that ain't going away. I need you right next to me. Take the records to the ceiling, close your eyes and just play. And I'll be sway, we just sway. And I'll be sway, we just sway. Levitating with you, anything can happen. What you think we should do? Let's not begin. We're just flying high, we're not coming down. Come right up next to me, step side to side. I wanna sway, yeah, we can dance the night away, right? Want to dance in the rain, yeah. I'm tripping on a feeling that ain't going away. I need you right next to me. Take the records to the ceiling, close your eyes and just play. And I'll be sway.
After like 4 hours, it felt like working on the stairs. We finally got the stair hangers in place, and then we were just kind of like planning out the plan for the actual steps and like what we were going to use. We ended up figuring it out, so you'll see that in just a couple minutes. But in the meantime, we had to clear off the concrete because my stepdad called the night before, and he was like, hey, I need you to clear off the concrete. I'm going to be coming over early in the morning to prep the space to prepare for texture and stain, because the actual concrete is not finished. It still needs there's like some finishing work that needs to be done on it, but it had to fully cure. And then we've been dealing with they're busy and we're busy and the rain, and it's hard to like figure it out. But that will hopefully be done this week sometime, or next week, the latest, I believe. We got to get it done because we want to build the cover for the patio for the porch, hopefully before my son's birthday. I would really love to have his birthday party here at the house, but I feel like we need shade in order to do so. Like, there's no way we can have a party here without like some type of tent. Worst case scenario, we'll like rent a tent or something, but yeah. Anyway, this is what it's looking like right now with nothing on the concrete and the pool deck. It looks so weird. But now we're going to jump back into work. We are going to go ahead and start attaching all the deck boards, and we're going to work on the stairs today. So a lot is happening in the next couple clips. You'll start to see everything really, really come together. It looks so freaking beautiful. I'm just so proud.
You're my music, but you tear me to pieces. So where does it come from? A scene that keeps playing on repeat, ignores the rule of thumb. Oh, where does it come from? Oh, where does it come from? All your emotions with your heart on your sleeve, it won't fade until you paint it black. I let it burn, you call the fire brigade, but I feel that it will come back. Oh, where does it come from? Oh, where does it come from? Oh, where does it come from? Oh, where does it come from?
Push down.
Oh, you gotta push down, baby.
What hand are you using for the trigger? This one? So take this hand and put it right here on the drill. That way you can push down.
There you go.
I'll get on that one, do the same thing. There you go.
Wow.
Can I help with some more?
We gotta get some on that end.
This end?
Did we ever? I don't even know.
Huh?
On these.
Down here.
Cause I need you to play on, yeah, I need you to play on you. Cause my heart is on hold on, so I need you to play on, play on.
state we're in. I breathe you in and I can tell where I end and you begin. Where I end and you begin. Where I end and you begin. Oh, where does it come from? Oh, where does it come from? I'm calling you, 'cause I need you to play on, yeah, I need you to play on. You, 'cause my heart is on hold on, so I need you to play on, play on. Play on. Play I'm calling you, 'cause I need you to play on, yeah, I need you to play on. You, 'cause my heart is on hold on, so I need you to play on, play on. Play on.
How you get up there?
So we are finally done with the stairs. At this point, Knox was very curious. He wanted to check it out, but because of his back legs, we still have to help him up and down the stairs. So Dylan just made sure to hold his collar as he was going up and down to make sure he doesn't fall off as well. Don't worry, we do plan on putting railing and everything like that, so he can't get up here without us, but on his way down, he could not make it any further. His legs just don't work like they're supposed to, which is really sad. Even after surgery, he's still struggling. So, yeah, and he's not light, y'all. He's every bit of 100 pounds. Like, he's a big boy. So, yeah, it sucks that his legs are still bothering him. But we are happy to have the deck done, so that way when he can start swimming, it'll be easier to get him in and out of the pool once we have, like, the stairs and stuff into the pool. You know what I mean? So, yeah, very, very grateful to have it all, that part done. And now moving on to, like, finishing touches and things like that. All right, y'all, here is how the backyard project is coming along. We have so much work to do still, but look at how good it's looking. I'm obsessed. The stairs, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of them. I didn't think they were going to turn out that good. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I knew I had a vision in mind. I just didn't think we were going to be able to execute it like this well. And I mean, obviously, we still have to finish this area. Got to finish off the shelf that's going to go around like that. And then we're going to close it all in, do railings and everything. But that'll just come with time. Everything is so expensive. And if you want it done right and really nice the first time, you just got to take your time and work slowly. That way you get the things you want, get the look you want. And this is definitely one of those projects. We're just taking our time. We want it to look as nice as possible. And we're not rushing it, you know what I mean? It's taken us like a whole month to get to this point, but it's been a month, you know, worth it. It really has, because I think it looks so good. All these stickers, I gotta go and pull these off. There's stickers like on the side of the stairs. And then, oh, something I have to do is sand this area. I'm gonna sand it and like round it off so it's not like sharp. We did our best to cut the circle. That is not easy. People make it look so easy online. Y'all, it's not as easy as it looks. We used like the jigsaw and like traced out a line. We did our best, but I think sanding it will be a good option to kind of help smooth it around. And then you may be wondering, why is the pool empty? There's a couple reasons. Number one, when we went to go cut this area off, we knew we were gonna get a bunch of sawdust in there, and I did in fact take my pool sample, and the pool was like really bad. And I think it was because of some mistakes that Dylan and I made with some chemicals at the beginning of our little pool journey. So we decided some of the pool legs were messed up anyway. We need to drain it, refill it, and fix the legs. That way, when the pool deck is all finished, the actual pool will be level and look really nice as well. Like it won't be like a dip right here, because that has been driving me absolutely insane. And so we'll fix that one pool leg that keeps dipping down. It's this one right here. And then there's one on this side too that we have to fix. So that way it'll all be level. We'll be good. We'll start fresh. We'll have the pool deck done. It's gonna be totally worth it. So yeah, that is where we are. I'll show you guys what it looks like from this angle here. So when you're inside of my office here, looking out, this is what you see. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be stunning. I can't wait. And then I think I mentioned this a couple times, but the shed is getting removed from the backyard. All this is gonna be cleared out, so all this will just be grassy area. So we'll actually give the dogs much more space, because yes, we did take this area, but really they don't use this space anyway. It was just like for the pool. So it worked out doing the pool deck this side and then giving the dogs all this. And another project that we want to do down the line is fence in the front yard, so that way the dogs can run around the entire house, not just out back, which we let them up front too whenever we're up there, but not without supervision. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on how it's looking. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think. Oh, and then I want to tell you something that we decided to do too, real quick, before I let you go. See the banana trees? Y'all remember I chopped those down like super low because we planted all these trees? Well, unfortunately, these have hit like, I don't know, they're just not growing all of a sudden. They got to this point and just stopped. So I think they need to get like established a little bit more, and then they'll start taking off. So in the meantime, I'm gonna plant banana trees down the fence line, because it'll give us the privacy that we want from this area. I actually took some little baby ones that were sprouting over here and replanted them, so they're right there. These will grow so fast and start giving us a line of privacy, and down the line, if we want to rip those out, we totally can. No big deal. They're not that hard to pull up, but I think it'd be so nice to just have a wall of beautiful banana trees. I think they're gorgeous. I really love the look of them. You just got to keep up with them. To be honest, that's the biggest problem with the banana trees, is like once they get to a point where they're big and they start peeling, you just have to cut them and keep up. But they are really beautiful, and they create a really pretty privacy line, and they just grow so fast here in Florida too, especially in our backyard. Whatever's in our soil, they love it, clearly. I mean, look how big they've gotten. At the same time I planted these, we cut those completely down to the ground. We never pulled up the root, but we did cut them down to the ground, and they just sprouted back up and grew faster and taller than these ever could have. So I'm kind of bummed I didn't just go with banana trees to begin with, because we would have already had lush privacy at this point, but it's okay. It's fine. You know, you live and learn. And eventually this will be a wall anyway. Whenever we do the overhang that we're gonna do, we want to do like a wall here, and that way we can put a TV out here underneath the porch, and it'll give us that privacy too. So, but until then, we're gonna get some trees planted up in here. All right, here's a quick before of what it looked like without the pool deck, and now with the pool deck. Oh my gosh, you guys, what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Share this with a friend, like, comment, all the things. I really appreciate your support so much. I am trying to reach a goal. Oh my gosh, I ain't gonna reach nothing if I can't learn how to talk. I'm trying to reach a goal of 200,000 subscribers by the end of this year. It is a big goal, but hey, a goal is a goal. We'll see if we can make it happen, but I know it's not possible without your help. So thank you guys for that, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye, y'all.